Hello, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to troubleshoot a capacity scan error. And I have my ILMT dashboard pulled up, and it's going to require a little bit of imagination because it's hard for me to replicate the sort of the exact errors that we often run into in my test environment. But on this right-hand side, imagine that there's a red bar graph here that says no scan data, or in other words, if this number is not zero, then you have a hardware scan issue. So again, hardware capacity scan, same thing. So if you hover over it, it says hardware inventory from the capacity scan is missing. So in other words, it's not a super specific error other than just letting us know that it's a capacity scan. So the first thing you should do is look on this left-hand side, and you can go under delayed data upload. You can select that if you have any devices. And you want to make sure that whatever server is under this list for the no scan data, and by list I just mean if you click on it, what servers appear. You want to make sure that those lists are mutually exclusive. And the reason for that is because if you have a server that is under this category of delayed data upload, that means it's not reporting into BigFix properly. So there's no reason trying to troubleshoot a no scan data because you need to first troubleshoot this delayed data upload. So if those two lists, or if, let's say we have one server here and we know it's not a delayed data upload issue, then the next thing would be to go into BigFix to see if we can get the exit code. So to do that, we'll just pull up BigFix, and you can go here to the left-hand side to Actions, and Run Capacity Scan Upload Result happens to be the action at the top for me. And it's okay if the percentage complete is not 100%, especially if you have a large environment. This is almost always running because it runs every 30 minutes. So that's not an error necessarily if it's not at 100%. But if you look down on the bottom section, you can see if it's completed or if it has failed or if there's an exit code. So if it didn't complete, then it should give you an exit code. And in this scenario, I'm going to imagine as if the exit code were 1. And just to sort of demonstrate an example. So if I see that it's 1, then the next thing I want to do is go to my browser and search for capacity scan return codes with IBM or ILMT. You can just Google that, and this is going to have the documentation for a lot of the errors. And obviously, there's not time to go over all of them. Some are more common than others. They range from, for example, this one is there may not be enough memory available for the work or disk space. Some of them are a little more ambiguous. For example, error code 1 says wrong arguments were used during the capacity scan. And so, which is not the most helpful thing in the world. But the suggested remediation is to reinstall and upgrade the scanner. And that's true for several of them. For example, ID number 2, reinstall or upgrade the scanner if the scanner config file is corrupted. And this isn't a bad option to do for a lot of these error codes, mostly because it's a pretty simple fix. So to do that, we're going to head back to BigFix. And to uninstall the server, we'd want to copy the server name from ILMT or right here. And the next thing we would do is go up to Fix System Tasks in the top left. And you can search for uninstall scanner, or if it's sorted by ID, it's just ID 4, so it probably will show up. And we'll go to Take Action. And I just want to pause here. So uninstall scanner is not uninstalling the BigFix client. It's just the ILMT scanner. So it should still report into BigFix after this. You don't have to go through whatever process you went through initially to get the BigFix client installed. This is just the scanner, which is essentially a set of scripts, including the hardware scan. So you could do select devices and select the device, or enter device names if you have a lot and need to do more of a copy paste type situation. And then you just simply select OK. So after that runs, you might have a fixlet that is already set up to install new servers that show up to BigFix. Or in other words, anytime a BigFix client is found, and it doesn't have the scanner, then it installs the scanner. But to double check that, go to Actions in the top left, and you can search for Install or Upgrade Scanner, or just look for it. It should be at the top. And in this case, you can see if, oh, like I just put that server in, has this reported in, is it catching it? Generally with clients, we set this to be automatic, or in other words, we subscribe all computers to it. But if for whatever reason this isn't working or it wasn't set up that way, then we'll go back to Fix List and Tasks, and you can search for Install Scanner. Should be ID number 1. Mine is grayed out because it recognizes that I have all of the endpoints reporting in, and they all have the scanner. But you can go to Take Action and enter the device names of the same list of servers or same singular server that you entered in for the uninstall action. And then just select OK. And then you can watch it run in Actions on this left-hand side. If for whatever reason that doesn't work, and I should note you would probably want to wait a little bit because the hardware capacity scan does run every 30 minutes. So it may take a little bit of time. You can always just run a one-time scan by going to, there we go, going to Fix Lists and Tasks and selecting the Run Capacity Scan and Upload result, and just targeting that one server and selecting the second option here to run a single capacity scan. So that being said, hopefully that runs. If not, hopefully you at least get a new error, and good luck.